light bulb. It's a very important innovation, a very important invention. It's also the symbol of ideas. Invented by Thomas Edison 135 years ago, and he changed the world with it. He had a dream, and he made it. But how many of you know that he had 2,000 failures before he invented the light bulb? There are failures behind every single success, always. So let me talk about my failures. When I was about 18 years old, before the college, I was working for the military. I was the IT department, full stop. One day, the commander's office called me. David, we have a problem. Okay? I ran right away. What is your problem? The computer doesn't work. The mouse doesn't work. And I looked at the mouse, and I was shocked. Have you ever tried to use the mouse upside down? It does completely the opposite, whatever you want to do with it. So I grabbed it, and I turned it around, and the problem was solved. I fixed it. That time, in the middle of 90s, people started to have personal computers. But they were having problems, and who helped them? There were no service like that. I can do it. Helping people and creating something that was not existed before and making money at the same time, it sounded like a dream business idea. My friend Shandor and I, we put up a radio advertisements on the local radio, and the people started calling. Business went well. However, the market was not that big. So I decided to go to Budapest, to go to the big city, and doing the same. I got a full-time job, and I started the side business again. I put up a lot of posters on the Moscow Square, which is Széll Kálmán for the younger generation. So I put up posters, and I was waiting for the calls of the customers. 2 weeks, nothing happened. And I'm waiting, and I was waiting. Then my phone rang. Hello, we saw your posters. I was like, wow, the first customer. And he continued. We are the 2nd District Police Department, and we saw your posters, and since you don't have a license to put up posters in public spaces, we will have to fine you. I was like, wow. It was like a punch in the stomach. I paid the fine, and I shut down the business. 2 weeks later, my boss from my full-time job called. David, we feel like you are not really focusing enough. We have to let you go. I got fired. Fail number 2. I had no job, no business, and no money. I couldn't pay my bills, so I had to move back to my parents' house, to the countryside. Because of the long distance, my girlfriend said, David, we have to break up. Then I had no girlfriend, no job, no business, and no money. I remember it was about winter time. I was living in the basement of my parents' house. It was cold, outside was dark early, and all of my dreams, like moving forward in life, building up my own business, creating something new, everything got lost. I felt like a defeated soldier, like a feeling I really have nothing. And at the top of it, I'm living in the basement of my parents' house. I was really embarrassed in front of my friends, my parents, and everybody. What could be worse than this? Maybe having no parents, having no friends, and living on the street as a homeless. Yes, this is really bad. This is really worse than this. But can I survive on the street? Can I do something for making money, for living? And I started thinking, like, maybe I can give more value to the people than others. I can sell waters. I can play music for money. I can listen to people's problems for money. People can even make a wish for their money. They can vote, or they can play a game with their money. And I started to feel I'm having ideas. And the ideas give me power to realize that even the worst situation is not that bad. It's not the end of my life. And it encouraged me to keep going. And I realized that if I have a working brain, I have everything, and I have nothing to lose. And I realized that if I believe in myself, I have everything, and I have nothing to lose. Since that time, I got fired and failed in business many times. But 8 years ago, I made sure I'm not going to have a boss anymore. So I created my business with my old friend. I'm using all of my experience and everything that I learned. And today, we raised multiple times of money. And we are covering 30 countries with 400 employees on a revolutionary mission to change the way people work. The way was not that easy. We failed many times. But every time when I failed, I remember that experience in the basement. So this encouraged me to keep going. Because I knew every single time, if I have myself, and if I believe myself, I have everything, and I have nothing to lose. You can dream it, you can do it. This quote comes from Walt Disney. Walt Disney was fired by his former boss for the lack of imagination. This is really funny, but it was a fail. Not so much later, he changed the word. You can dream it, you can do it. Will you fail? Probably you do. But whenever you fail, remember, Thomas Edison failed more than 2,000 times before he invented the light bulb. You are not going to live forever, so you have nothing to lose. It's what you do between now and then. That counts, so make it count.